Yo guys, what is going on YouTube? Welcome back to a new video. I got a new one for y'all today. This one's gonna be, is this the perfect budget AMG? So we're gonna talk about it all, so you're gonna want to stay tuned. Don't skip through anything. We're gonna talk about reliability, maintenance, how the car rides, what this car is, pricing, like everything. Comfort, all that stuff. So yeah, go ahead and stay tuned. I'm just gonna go ahead and run through it in like not really a specific order, but I'm gonna talk about for sure what's important. And first things first, we're gonna talk about styling actually. All right, so if you guys haven't watched me before, my name is Jay Lucent and I'm upcoming on YouTube, you know, working my way up. So if you guys could leave a like, if you enjoyed the video, subscribe, anything you could do, even commenting will really help me out. I love your guys' feedback. I feel like on YouTube, it's just strictly positivity. Like, you guys really don't say nothing bad. It's just crazy. You guys, like, it feels like it's a perfect world on YouTube, if that makes sense. Today, we're going to figure out if this is the right car for you. All right, and keep in mind the editing is going to be all right in this video. It's not going to be the greatest. I'm still learning, so just bear with me, and yeah, I'll do the best I can. Anyway, though, let's start off with styling. So this car right here, if you don't already know, is a 2014 CLA 45 AMG. Now, this is not how a regular one looks. This looks slightly different, and I'll go ahead and point those things out to you guys. Firstly, the headlights, they're not going to look like this, guys. They got right here, they got like a yellow reflector, and there's like chrome and everything. I actually blacked out the inside of the headlights, and I did a custom DRL strip to change colors. And what's it called? Let's see. Oh yeah, and I put tint over it. But a lot of people think it's just tint. But anyway, though, that's not how it looks. So right now it has like this super stealthy, like gray and black effect. But even the grille was silver, went ahead and made that black. And yeah, the car came with so much packages. That's why it looks insane. So it has the radar package. It has the black trim package. And speaking of the black trim package, you can see down there, it's black. Even this too is black right here. But guys, you don't understand. I'll throw a clip up. This was the worst trim ever. This car sits in the sun. It got so oxidized and faded. Now this car looks like it just came off the showroom just from that alone. And a good wash. So yeah, anyway though, I don't have the wing on the back, but with the wing it looks super aggressive. This car has so much things you can mod for it. I just took off that little carbon sticker. It was cheap. It would look like real carbon, but it just got faded. As you can see, this is my favorite one besides the diffuser. They're both holding up really well. It's not fading at all. Check out them fresh tires. All right, guys, so Mercedes calls this a four-door coupe. So you don't have a typical sedan. This is a four-door coupe, but I just call it a coupe. But people are, how does it have four doors? And I'm be like, buddy, look at the slope. Look at that. You see that? This is familiar platform with the CLS. My buddy actually has one of those. We call it like an upside-down taco, because you see that? It just curves so perfectly. So you look at that. You got the headlights that start right here. Crazy line that goes all the way through here. All the way through here. You're not going to see this on the 2020 models, guys. You're really not. Check it out back here. Sorry for the leaves crunching. If you check it out back here, you can see this line that just smooths perfectly into the rear lights. And then you just got a straight line. It goes into the canards. I got rear light tint right here, carbon diffuser, carbon rear canards, new tires in the front too. I cleaned the rims up with some tire shine. It's good to go. So both the CLA 250 and the CLA 45 come with 2.0 liter four-cylinder turbocharged engines. The thing is, this is the AMG model, CLA 45, so it's really beefed up and it's quick. This is actually the fastest production four-cylinder for about a pretty long time. I'd say up until the last like 2022 or 2020 or whatever, when they had the new E63, which is the hybrid four-cylinder. I think that's the fastest production four-cylinder, but this was the fastest production four-cylinder amongst all of them for a very long time, about amongst every car actually. So yeah, check out the front, guys. This looks so clean. I don't even want to sell it. And keep in mind that that's with this not even being carbon fiber yet. So this is gonna get a crazy changeover if I keep the car. It has a factory black lip. But the way this is going to look later on is just going to be insane. But even the way it looks as of right now, I just want to keep the car. It just looks so aggressive. Like, look at that. You got the two hood bumps, another line going perfectly into the panel right there, or where the door goes up, the pillar. And yeah, I'm gonna make this carbon fiber up here a 6D carbon fiber. I got the panoramic sunroof. Don't mind the little crease. I gotta use the heat gun and fix that. This car has high mileage, so I actually got the car with that little dip, but I'm gonna work on fixing that. But it has $3,000 race Recaro seats from factory. Red interior. I put these vents. I got the package steering wheel with the suede and big boy paddles, as you can see, not the little boy ones. And then we got a panoramic sunroof up here. That was also optioned. I put that carbon right there. It's just a carbon print. I don't think it's real carbon. I put the rings around the vents, like I said. I added this. I got the Harman Kardon package. A lot of them don't have the stitching here too, so we'll consider this a package. And then upgraded this from the leather knob to this crystal shift knob. If you guys don't already know, this is why I bought the car. So it's gonna be a little bit of a mess back here, so bear with me. Check it out, y'all. Big boy sub came with the car. Actually insane. And because this one is like, I think fully equipped with everything, even the paint's an option, guys. You see it glisten? This is the Mountain Metallic Gray. It's about $750. Also, just to let you guys know while we're right here, I did have to wrap this. This is a wrap. This was like a glass type of thing that looked like this, but it got so scratched and faded from the sun that this wrap has really held up over time and fixed it up, because it did not look like this. So now everything looks a lot more clean. As I was saying though, on some of the ones, which I don't know what package you don't have to have in order for it to be like this, but if yours is like a certain way, it just says Turbo 4MATIC, but the ones that say Turbo AMG tends to be like the top of the line, better ones, or better spec, whatever you want to call it. So let's see, talking about a styling standpoint, I would say this is at least like a 9. I mean, I get it looks kind of weird for some of you guys in the back without the spoiler, but when I get that, it's gonna look aggressive. If you guys didn't already see my old one, but that one got faded, and it got too faded to the point where I can't rear clear coat it, so it's gonna just get thrown in the trash. So anyway, I got a new one coming in. It's not gonna be as aggressive, but it's gonna be clean. But for most of you guys, I feel like this is a crazy looking whip, especially when you consider these, like the lines that this car gets. The only thing for you guys, which you're not gonna want, which is gonna make you actually decide if you not want this car or you do, is gonna have to be the motor. It's 360 or maybe a little less, maybe a little more horsepower, because it says 355 online for the 2014 year, but they always like to, you know, German cars like to lie with the numbers. Anyway, just consider it a little bit more than 355 horsepower. Also, I have an upgraded air intake down here. It's a K&N. I need to clean it. It's just an open box. I'm actually supposed to have the cover over it, but I hear better whooshing with the box off. But I think I'm gonna put it back on, honestly, once I clean it, just so I can, I guess, have it last for longer. But yeah, I don't really have too much modded. Besides the air intake, I have a resonator delete, which adds about a 10% sound increase, and that's about it. The styling at least has to be a 9. I mean, at least mine is. The way I did it compared to how this looked back then, the headlights really make it look old and dated. Now this car is just really clean. People even told me when I first had it, this looks like it's newer than 2014. They said it's at least a 2017. And I kind of agree with them, because this is a crazy looking car for the year. So you guys got to consider, this car is literally at 100,000 miles right now. It goes for like 20K. And for how much, I mean, this I could get for this, because this is pretty clean. But it's either 16 and 20K at 100K miles. Guys, I've seen some with 46K mileage for, I think, 25K, guys. Oh my, that is such a deal, y'all. Y'all don't even get it. That car, you can run the mileage up. This car is great after 100K mileage, but you guys need to listen to this part. It's very important. That's not always a circumstance. Some people have been in the comments, and I've also seen in other, like, I guess, videos and stuff like that, that people actually have very unreliable CLA 45s. And that really, I'm sure, depends on how it was maintained and where it was, like what state it was in, and like I guess how it was kept. I mean, all that stuff really matters. This one has given me a few real problems, which have been pricey. My fingers on one hand can't even go past that as far as how much I've had to spend on a big major problem on this car. So it's been very, very good to me. So just do your maintenance, and this car is going to be great. I really am thinking of just keeping it and just saving up for another whip, because this is almost paid off and it's just super clean. I mean, when I make this the way I want it to be, it's just going to be crazy. Plus, I just got new tires. I'm planning on lowering it. I'm fixing it up. This trim just really making it look really good right now. A lot of you guys are wondering, is this going to be a daily driver? The answer right off the bat, I'll tell you, is yes. You can daily drive this car. It is a 4-cylinder. It is a zippy 4-cylinder. Think of it as like just any other regular car with a turbo, but because it's a Mercedes, you're getting the luxury, but you're actually getting a really fast 4-cylinder. So compared to the other ones, which you can get for around the same price from other manufacturers, this is going to be the best it gets. I mean, just check out the inside. It's just so nice. You want to spend time in here. Only thing is, you don't want to spend time in here in these race seats because it gets uncomfortable. But you don't have to get the race seat package. I love it, and I just love everything about cars, so I went ahead and got it. But the only thing you guys need to know about this car is that it rides really hard. It has AMG suspension, and this is one of the lowest sitting cars from factory. Just check it out. I could barely fit 2 of my fingers right here. This car has just low fitment, so it's gonna ride hard, but in the corners and on the freeway, this thing, it is just so nimble and quick. As far as gas, it's gonna be, I think, about 70 bucks, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. It's premium fuel only, if you don't already know, but it kind of drains gas. It's mostly when you're on the sport mode, fully stepping on it, it's gonna eat through gas. Kind of like a 6-cylinder, I guess, and not really like a V8, but almost. This thing kind of drinks if you're really on it. I haven't really been like chill on just eco for the whole time I've had a full tank till like I've had an empty tank, but I'm sure it could do really good. But you just gotta basically watch your driving, and it just depends on how you are. Let's be real though, most of you guys watching this, you guys are the guys who send it, so I'll tell you, it's good enough to where you can send it all the time. You guys got 7 gears, it's dual clutch, like I said, about 360 horsepower. This car can make a lot more power than that if you upgrade it, and it is really fast. It's all-wheel drive, and the turbo is kind of small, but this car with the downpipe, oh man, this thing rips. I've already seen videos on it. I might even do it. So yeah, downpipe and pretty much a tune and you're good. I've had this car for about 4 years now, and every day it's just fun to drive. The only time it's not fun to drive is when you're on a really rough road. On smooth roads, this is the best car ever. I will say though, if you're gonna get this car and you really like fast cars, then you're really gonna want to like probably upgrade this, because at least like actually modding the engine, because the thing is, I went on the freeway and I've pushed it, and it just like, you feel like, all right, if I push on the pedal more, I should be getting more power than this, but there's a point where it just stops and you're just getting the same amount of power or boost, whatever you call it, and you're just not really like going any faster. So I just feel like you reach its speed and it's just like it could have jolted faster, it could have kept going faster, but it didn't. Not to mention, it has this right here and another one back there, and when you start rolling less than 10 miles an hour, that'll pop on, and what it'll do, the lens will get closer and start beeping louder. That way you know if you're getting close to hitting something, and it'll tell you on which side and stuff like that. So this car just has the tech. Obviously it has Bluetooth, it has navigation, it has everything you need, and yeah, you're gonna be chilling with it. So guys, what other car is gonna be this nice for 20? I would say, you can get this for fit. So 15, 20 to 25 to 30K. Guys, I'm not even playing. You can even get the 2018 model. And that one is, I think, more horsepower, a little bit faster, definitely newer on the interior a little bit. And it has a new bumper, new rear lights and stuff like that. I like the older look because the rear lights are crazy. It's like angel wings, it looks fire. But there's the new ones, and those are pretty sick too. A lot of people like those ones too. And you can get that car for the same price as this one. Like, it's insane. The CLA is a GOAT platform. Nobody knows about it. Everyone hates on it. It's fast, it's zippy, and you can make this car look really clean and actually like have insane performance. So let's see, what have we talked about? We've talked about that gas is good. We've talked about the styling is great. We talked about you can daily this car, and it's even better without the race seats. But I daily it with the race seats, and it's not bad, although I live in California. Like I said, important things to know right now. You need to make sure you do your research. Get in touch with somebody who either knows about Mercedes a lot and can tell you if this one's been taken care of or it hasn't been. You got to know the owner. You got to know like everything. Well, you don't have to know the owner, but you need to know that they took care of it and actually have proof to back it up. You need to make sure it's never been in an accident, and you need to make sure it has all the packages, especially like the radar, like this up there in the front. I think those are the same thing, like the radar, and that's like the same thing, because the radar helps you prevent from accidents. It's Distronic Plus actually, and then that also is like the sensors. So you want to make sure it has like, heated seats and the paddle shifters and all that type of stuff. But it blows cold air, it's reliable, I haven't really dealt with much with this car. It's just so smooth. What I will say is, like, I'm only about 5'8", you know, right around there. So I fit in this car fine. And you have room up here, but like, I'm just gonna say right here is just so small. This glove box is super small. Like, this whole area here is small. On an E-Class, it's just way like stretched out. You feel like this is like touching distance. Other cars, you feel like it's a little bit further away. I don't know. It just feels like really, really compact in here. It is like 3,500 pounds, or like 3,000 something, I think so, or 4,000. So I think it's 3,000 though, yeah. So it's a really light car, and it's nimble. It's not the fastest, but it pushes. You guys watch my video I just posted right before this one. It's a POV drive, and you guys will hear exhaust. You'll hear the air intake, the upshifts, the downshifts. You click sport, you get pops. Without sport on eco, you don't get pops, but you can still click manual mode. Like, this is the reason, by clicking the paddle. So this is the exact reasons why I bought the car. I didn't even know what engine it had. I bought it because you can click the sport mode button and you get pops, and then you click it off and you don't. Like, it's just so sick. Like, this car is just, I guess you could call it really quirky. It's fun. I modded the headlights. It is just luxury. I could put carbon in here and make this look nice, but this is just really luxury. Like, everything is. The panoramic sunroof. Like, if I just go ahead and take this off, check it out. Like, obviously, that's pretty insane, you know? It's pretty chill. From the outside, well, here's that from the outside. You can just see it. All right, so if you guys are looking for a car that's zippy, fast, all-wheel drive, looks super insane, guys, check out the race seats. People think this car is actually so expensive, and I can see why. You see the race seats, you see a nice sporty looking Benz. Not even the C-Class or the E-Class really has this aggressive look, unless it's the AMG, which I guess this is the AMG to be fair, but think about how this is and what you're getting for the price. So if you don't mind that you have a 4-cylinder that sounds good, I think it's one of the best sounding 4-cylinders, guys. And not only that, but it's turbocharged, and it's quick, it sounds good, it makes crazy noises, and it just looks so sporty. Who wouldn't want to be in here? And if you have about 20 to 30 to spend, it's not bad at all. The payments, what, 300 bucks, 400, 500 bucks, probably even less than that. And think about this, guys, you can always refinance it later on. So you start paying for it, and then later on, it ends up being 200 bucks down the road, which I still haven't refinanced mine. Mine's chilling, so. This is the back seat, y'all. I mean, there's room back here. You don't want to be back here for a very long time. Even if you're like me and you're not even that tall, like, it still gets kind of uncomfortable, but it's cool back here. I don't know why you don't get a cup holders or a red seatbelt right here, but that's just the way it is. Although it is still really luxury. As you can see, my vent's broken. I still have to get that fixed. And actually, this is broken. Look, I'm not supposed to be able to do that, but it's a $2 clip. That's it, $2. I'll get the clip, fix it. Guys, there's so much mods for this car. You could put that carbon wing. You could put a spoiler around this glass on the top. You got the diffuser like me, canards. You could buy aftermarket rims. I might lower it even though it sits so low already. Definitely gonna do the front lip and put the canards. It's gonna make it look insane. Probably the carbon mirrors, and side skirts would be pretty sick too. As you can see, I did this right here in the clean, but I might have to do this one too because it looks really bad actually. Everything feels quality. The doors, like, it's not creaking that much. Like, it's pretty good quality. Got the little carbon print back there. 200 on the dash. Somebody commented too. They were like, "What? How does that have 200 on the dash?" It's like, that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You got all your modes right here. Like I always tell you guys, I think every person should get behind the wheel of this car and at least experience it. This is a car you can get and never have to really change or worry about. Like, if you can cope with it and just deal with it, like, it's just the perfect car. You really don't got to do much. All right, guys. So the conclusion is, if you want a car that's going to be, for the most part, reliable, unless you get a really bad one, which would be on you because you need to know the research and the history of that car. And you want, so yeah, like I said, if you want something reliable, mostly reliable, I'd say personally it is the most reliable AMG money can buy out of all other ones, unless there's a platform similar, maybe like a E43 or something, but those aren't even real AMGs. So yeah, I would say if you want something reliable, fast enough, not crazy fast, you'll see when you get behind the wheel for a couple months or a year, something that's fast, something that feels nice, has luxury, and you don't mind a 4-cylinder, I wouldn't, especially because it sounds great. It's one of the best 104-cylinders. I would get that car. It is, guys, the main thing you can take away from this, you want a car that's like has it all, that would be it for the best price. You're not going to find that in any other car. You're simply not. Pops and bangs, you got paddle shifters, everything, all-wheel drive. I mean, it's insane. Yeah, I'll tell you guys, the brakes are expensive. It's hundreds. The tires are expensive. I just got some, believe me, it's over 500 for 2. And you know, some things are expensive on there, but for the most part, compared to other AMGs, that thing's gonna be a steal. And if you want, you know, something luxury, you're gonna have to pay the price a little bit. So I'm just helping y'all out. Amazing vehicle. I really can't say much bad things about it, and it's been 3 years. Y'all gotta understand, it's a great deal. But the main thing y'all can take away is all that you're getting with this, and it has so much mods and things you can do to it as far as performance and cosmetics. I'm mostly focused on cosmetics for right now. The mileage is getting high, but I might do a little bit of performance still. I've heard it's pretty safe to do, so I might do it. Nothing crazy, but I might, you know, throw in a couple little performance mods. But guys, you gotta understand, for the price you guys are paying for a car like that, and you're gonna get so much of it, it's gonna be worth every dollar, in other words. Assuming you want something chill, zippy, lightweight, all-wheel drive, affordable, and a real AMG. It's handcrafted. If I lift up that hood, you'll see it says Michael Fest. That's who made my engine. Handcrafted. You know, it's fast. People think it's a fake AMG. They have all the hate, but people say in the comments, "Dang, I hate on this car." But now that I see how it pushes and I see how it is, it's low-key crazy. I don't know why this car has so much hate. It's because everyone thinks of Mercedes as AMG as V8s. Not all of them are like that. Obviously, this is like the one exception because it's a CLA 45. But it is one amongst the best AMGs out there. People don't know it, and you don't see any on the road. And my homie has a CLS 550. It's all right. Full issues, though. You want to stay away from the cars like that. You want to get something reliable like my car. Yeah, you don't get a V8, but that's why you can get a, I don't know, 2004 V8 or, I don't know, just like something vintage. Or save up till you get a big dog one, you know? It's whatever you like. Me personally, I'm thinking for the channel, and just because my dad loves old cars, and I like old cars too, but I like Mercedes. I want an old SL 500 or an SL 600. The 600 is a V12, and that's a 1999 vehicle. And yeah, it's pretty solid. So that would be sick to mod it, put some crazy rims on it, and like put a loud exhaust. Imagine hearing that V12. So like, I'm thinking of keeping my car and doing that, or I get rid of my car and just upgrade to something like, you know, the C43 or something like that. But I'm not sure yet. You guys let me know in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm gonna be making as much content as I can before I go to the car, but it's getting close to me just keeping it at this point. If it doesn't work out when I check out this car, then I'm gonna keep it for a while. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, and you know, I wasn't too much into the stats and this and that. I'm telling you like a personal things all the important stuff. How is the reliability? How is the speed? How is that on the day-to-day basis? Yeah, it rides kind of harsh. You know, if you have smooth, buttery roads across all where you live, you're gonna be cherry. For me, the roads are bumpy and just not maintained, but I still push through it. And when you hit that smooth road, you'll hear all the rattling and stuff just go to like straight to quiet, and you just feel just coasting on the road, especially the freeways. So yeah, you know, it's not perfect, but I can make an in-depth review. I'm gonna actually, my next video is gonna be things I don't like about the car. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay ready for the next video, subscribe, and stay lucid.